I gotta be honest, like it's just crazy how obviously this happened to both of us. And the first thing that popped into my head when I broke my leg, as soon as I hit the ground, oh, actually, as soon as I looked at my leg and I seen it flop around, the first thing that went in my head was, I cannot believe, like I thought about you. I thought about it. This is Anderson Silva. Like this is my leg looked like Anderson Silva. Like what the hell? There's no way that's my leg right now. And then it's like, then all of a sudden the pain's coming in. And I remember when it happened with you, I didn't know your leg broke as soon as it happened. I thought you were just in pain. I circle around and I remember hearing this screaming, like someone was being murdered. And then I came over, I'm like, and then I seen you holding your leg
Yeah,
in hip. And I was just, I could not believe it. Yeah. And as time went on, like, I tried to get in touch with you that week. I felt terrible about it. But as time went on, it was like, you kind of forget, and I feel terrible now because now I understand the pain that you went through, all the trials and tribulations that
well,
you went through. And it just makes me empathize with you so much more with those situations. And to be honest, like I've never even said this out loud, but it's been on my mind really since it happened. But I want to apologize to you, because there's been times I remember afterwards I felt terrible and everything, but then like our fights were so crazy and everybody's saying I
yeah,
got lucky now
Chris,
twice. And
is
um
is it the same? I told you the last time when I talked to you on the phone. Is when you go to the fight, you put in your energy, and you don't understand too much what happened because your adrenaline and everything, and this is normal, and outside the ring, outside the cage, I'm when I go to do the the promote the fight, I see your kids, your wife,
yeah.
it's, don't worry about that because I know everything happened to you in the moment when I broke my leg. I know you don't realize you feeling uh I'm feel pain but not broke my leg. But I understand. Don't say sorry because the people when the people judge, the people don't understand what happened inside.
Yeah.
And
I appreciate that. But I still have to get it off my chest because it is in my mind. It's almost therapy for me because like one of the things that bothers me a little bit about the situation is that there was times I remember right afterwards, I'm doing all these fan meet and greets. We did some together a bunch of times, which is great experiences. But I remember like fans would want me to take pictures, with me checking a leg kick and they're doing it. And I remember saying at first, no, I'm not doing that. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful and whatever. And then as time went on, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. And then I started taking pictures like that. And that bothers me inside because now going through what I'm going through, I'm like, the pain that him and his family had to go through, just the long road it took to get back. And then being able to speak to you and the way you handled this situation, you could have been a real prick about this situation. You could have killed me and I wouldn't have even held it against you, but it would have hurt. Um, but the way you handled it right afterwards with your post, I mean, there wasn't too many things I was looking at. I was in so much pain, but when I seen that from you, it really meant a lot to me. And then you calling me and just giving me advice was super inspiring for me. And we had that phone call. I'm in the back of my wife's minivan with my 4 kids in the car, and you're telling me your timeline, and you told me you started going to the gym in 4 months. At 4 months, and I was like, holy shit, that's possible.
yeah,
I'm
for
thinking
months.
it just made me feel so much better. So I really appreciate that. I wanted to get that off
No,
my
come on,
chest.
Chris. You
Yeah,
don't need to say nothing about that.
yeah,
It's it's the human being.
yeah.
You have a family. I have a family, and you, my job and your job is very tough. The people don't understand. The
No,
people don't do the same. Don't understand how much it's hard. How much you need to uh, uh, dedicate for this sport. And you you're amazing. Because the people when I people talking about the situation, the people don't understand how much you're suffering, how much you're working hard, how much you take your family along for training, how much you have problems. The people don't remember when you lost your house, everything.
thank you.
And every every single problem you put inside your mind and transform in power for you go inside the cage. And that's the point. I don't judge and I don't say nothing. And I talk to the people, say, stop talking about the guy, because this is not easy, you know? And it's easy you judge, but it's not easy you go inside and fight, you
Yeah.
know? And you do your best, you know? And don't worry about that. I'm happy because you recovered your leg. Take your time, and I go see you very soon fight, probably.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, you honestly are the epitome of like a godly good man. I really, it's something that's great for me to see and try to build up to be a better, like it's building me to be a better person. So I appreciate it. I know it's going to just make other people greater people. So I appreciate that. So obviously, like, I'm going through the recovery process right now. I'm in physical therapy 3 times a week. I'm doing strength and conditioning. And actually yesterday, without being planned, and it's really because of your story, just telling me that you were able to get in the gym. I woke up in the morning. I just started being able to drive again. So I woke up in the morning and I felt good. I'm like, I'm going to the gym. I wanted to be in the MMA gym. And I said, I'm just going to go there. And I said, let me put the boxing gloves on and see if I could hit the bag a little bit. And then next thing I know, there was another kid there that I'm friends with, and he's sparring. And I was like, can we drill? Like, just kickboxing? I wasn't moving around much, but it felt so good to be back. And it was really because of the stuff you were telling me on the phone. But if you could just go into like some of the processes that you took with therapy and like the whole process and different, like maybe benchmarks I should be looking to complete. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, my friend. And take your time. Don't do nothing fast. Go slow, because I know you're going to recover your leg. You go back to fight and better. Trust me.
I appreciate it. Do you remember, like, what was it like to kick the bag for the first time? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. It's crazy, Chris, because in the 4 months when I recovered the leg, I go to the gym and train jiu-jitsu with my friends. And I go send the video for you. And I hold the leg, and I don't remember I broke my leg, and hold the leg in a triangle choke.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and my son Gabriel, Dad, stop your leg. And oh yes, my leg. And I stop it, because for us is not impossible, nothing impossible, because it's different sport. It's a superhuman sport.
Yeah.
And for recover, when I back to kick, I'm a little scared, but when I hit the bag, I say, whoa, my leg is okay. I feel a little pain, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And I keep doing, I don't stop. And remember I talked to you in the phone, the medicine ball, just kick the medicine ball, because the medicine ball gives the information for your leg. You need to kick. You need to kick. You back to kick. And don't keep the punching bag or the pads.
Okay.
It's too strong. It's too hard. But the matching ball is good for a kick.
So you put the medicine, like someone holds the medicine ball for you up a little bit?
No, the big one, the people throw for you, you kick. The people throw for you, you kick. Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely going to try that. And not yet.
Yeah,
do you remember that was around 4 months you started trying that?
Yes.
4 months.
Yes.
Okay. I look forward to doing that. Was there any like, so right now my tibia bone and the fibula, but they're both fractured, but I got I have the rod going through my tibia, and then my fibula bone is still completely broken. Do you remember like what was going on with your fibula? Like, did they pin that? Did they do anything, or they left it alone?
Well, the fibula in tibia is broken completely, both. Yeah. And the doctor fixes both, but the fibula is stay alone. It's nothing in there.
Oh wait, how did they fix the fibula? Did they just push it together, or they put screws or anything?
Just push together and put in the big
rod.
Rod.
Okay. Yeah, so my fibula, they didn't touch it. They just left it there. So that it's like moving back and forth and knocking into each other. And I get like, it's very painful.
The fibula is better because it's not the big bone.
Yeah.
You know, when I broke, you just fix it and put in, when you go put in the metal inside, the doctor fixes both. And they put in the metal only in the big bone is broken. But it's not problem when I start walking, because how much more you walking, more information you're giving for your leg. Because
Yeah.
the heart for your leg is como chama a panturrilha? The calves.
Yeah.
The calves is the heart for your leg. You need to work your calves because this help you a lot.
Yeah. My calf has been killing me. My bone went through my calf. And so now I have like a muscle hernia. It's like built up there because the trauma of the bone shooting through. And then also my ankle. Do you remember your ankle? Was your ankle in a lot of pain with the screws on the bottom?
A lot.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's time. It's time. In couple months, you don't feel nothing anymore. You know, and try to don't use too much scratch for help you to walking. Why? Because when you use it too much in the boots too, you put in the weight in the other side,
Yeah.
and you go hurt your hips
Mm.
and your feet too. The other side. Don't use it too much.
Yeah. I'm trying not to. Like for me, I try to walk as much as I can, and then I think sometimes I overdo it, and then I gotta lay down and get my leg up quick. I'm always trying to get to the point where I could sit down and get my leg up, because when I'm walking around, I'm like I'm in pain. You know, that like I feel like all the blood goes down there and it just stays there, and it just starts burning like crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's a very important, Chris. Don't put in too much. Don't use too much stress, because this go to uh, turn your balance. You know, and you lost your balance for your legs. You know, and your
Yeah.
hips too. You go feel pain in your hips and everything. Try to don't use it too much.
Did you have any like terrible setbacks during the recovery where like you felt like you were getting better, and then all of a sudden you were like, oh man, I need to take some days off and I'm really in pain?
No. The first 2 months is tough, because when you broke your leg, you don't the blood don't come circulation normally.
Yeah.
Then you feel a lot of pain when you put your leg up and put it down. The pain's come.
Mm-hmm.
That's the more pain you feel when you recover.
Yeah.
Right now is you feel pain, but it's not the same. It's much better.
Yes.
You know. And so one more thing, when I back to home, the doctor gave me a lot of medicine for pain, and a very strong, and I don't use it. I just put an ice in hot towel in my leg for give the information from my mind for pain come out.
What? You did no painkillers?
No, I can't use it because I'm scared for become addicted.
I'm scared of that too,
yeah.
but holy shit,
Yeah.
you are tough.
Yeah,
Bro.
and I remember when I feel pain, when you putting your leg up, putting down, the pains come.
Yes.
I remember I just talked to my wife, and my wife put me inside the car, and I go to street for cry, because I can't stay inside the home for don't put my kids in scared, you know.
You're way tougher than me, because the pain has been so bad that it was for me for sleeping. I could not sleep, so I was taking the painkillers at night.
Me too.
But I don't like taking it. It's very bad for you, for addiction, and also like my stomach would be getting all messed up. One of the hardest things for me so far has been having to rely on my wife. She has to help me do everything. My kids are helping me do everything. I can't get up, so if I want to get a glass of water, I'm not doing it, at least for the first like 5-6 weeks. So now I'm able to do a little bit, but that was crazy. Like the amount of like having support at your house. If you don't have that, I don't know how anybody would be able to deal with this injury.
Yeah.
Like how amazing was your family?
Too.
Is that your family who's helping you?
Yeah. Everybody gave me the whole support, and I'm happy because when the situations happened to me, everything's changed, Chris. Especially friends. you know.
Oh yeah.
And when I back to my home, only my family and Minotauro, my coach, and Dr. Angela helped me to recover my leg. And Guto Damaski is a good physiotherapy, and I go send it the phone for Guto for you because Guto is a very good physiotherapy. He helped me to recover my leg too. And
I would
these
love to
people
talk to him.
come and stay closer to me and help me. My kids help me a lot. And but the friends, the fake friends, everybody's out.
Wow.
Everybody's out. I'm stay alone with my family and my real friends.
So so the injury it changed. I know you always had a big entourage. You always had a lot of friends. Obviously everyone loves you. So was it that fight and the recovery process that you realized like who your true friends really were? That was like a big moment
Yes,
for you?
absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
In both fights, Chris. In the first fight, when I when you win, you knock me out me, and I back to home. I don't see my friends. I don't see real friends. Only my real friends and my family. In the second fight, the same, and that's helped me to turn everything and change everything in my life. And I think the situation for me and you is terrible, but teaching for us everything, you know,
I agree.
is a very important. And every single day, I just uh, come back to home and say thank you God for I continue to do my job and continue doing something I love, and thank you for giving me everything because the situation helped me to change everything behind my side, you know, in my life, in my personal life, and in professional life, you know.
That's amazing to hear. Yeah, it's crazy because when I was in all that pain, I was just hoping for like there has to be a silver lining. Like, why is this happening to me? And I'm sure you felt the same. But then listening to you and then also things that are happening in my life, like there's so much great things that are coming out of this. Like, look, I'm getting to talk to you. I get inspired and helped by Anderson Silva. I never thought we'd ever do anything like this. You know, you get to realize who your true friends are, you know, get closer with God, you know, realize what's truly important, God, family, and surround yourself with positive, good people that truly love you. So I'm on the same page as you with this. It's there's a lot of great things that come in bad times, and you were telling me on the phone, just stay positive. It's all mental.
Yes, this is very
Can you go
important.
into that a little bit because you know it is you're right, but I'd like to hear you just go into that a little bit, like the mentality of getting through such a terrible time.
Yeah, because for me, Chris, is I just wake up in the morning and I just look in everybody running in the beach and say, wow, I can running, you know. I need to recover my leg fast for back to running.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is very important because when I young I running a lot, but when I come more prepared, more experienced, I stopped running. In the moment I broke the leg, I'm in the home, I see the people running. I say, whoa, why I not running again? Why I don't? And this helped me to respect everything is God given me,
Yes.
you know.
Amen.
And it's tough, but I think me and you is lucky people when I pass through this situation because the situation teach you a lot, and the situation teach me a lot for I come better person, you know. And of course it's tough. Of course it's not uh, something good, but for you grow up and take more experience for make your life better is very important. I think God give for us the second chance for continue doing the job, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I look at it the same way. I think there's a reason why this happened to us. It's not just by chance, and you got to use it in a positive way. You know, to inspire other people,
Yeah.
to help other people. Like this message that you're saying right now. Like for your second language is English, and for you to be able to articulate it that way, the way you just did, is like gave me chills because that was exactly how I feel. And yeah, so I appreciate that, man. just to stay on the physical therapy thing, did you do any like stem cells and stuff like that? I was thinking about going to do some stem cells and
Yeah, I do stem cells, and I just doing the stem cells. I doing the cryotherapy in 6 months, and I don't stop to do the physiotherapy. I do physiotherapy every single day, because the
Gotcha.
physiotherapy for the legs is okay, but for your whole body, you need to continue doing the physiotherapy. It's part of your training, you know. And right now, when I training, I feel something, and I do physiotherapy, and I work my legs, you know, because this is very important right now. When you back to the gym for start to work the workout with the weights, you take your time, but when you're ready, just put on a lot of weights. The weights you can move and work your legs, because this is very important. So you continue your legs strong, your body strong.
Gotcha. So when you did the stem cell, were you doing it into your actual shin, or were you doing it to your knee, or both?
I do in my knee, both knees.
Yeah, okay.
Because I have a surgery too in both knees.
Yeah.
And that's I told you,
yeah.
when I using the scratch in the boot, the other side is come bad too. My knee, my feet, and my ribs, and that's I doing the stem cell in both knees.
Yeah. Wow. All right, let's go on. Let's go on to something else. And tell me if you're running out of time, if you're got to go. It's completely on. It's all good. Just let me know. So let's talk about this UFC. You were the face of the UFC for 15 years. You know, most like you're the biggest fan. Everyone's like the biggest fan of you. You know, everybody in the UFC, if you watch, everyone loves Anderson Silva. Now, out of nowhere, you're a free agent, and now you got this big boxing fight. What is this all like for you? Because you've been in the UFC for so long. Was it a big change?
Wow, Chris, I start my career very, very young, you know, and I fight in Japan, I fight in London, I fight in Korea, I fight in Brazil a lot. And when UFC come in my life, I think is a great opportunity for showing my job, showing my work for the world, you know. And the moment when I signed with UFC, I never put in my life, in my mind, I became famous, you know. And that's how I respect the Lorenzo Fertitas and Dana too, and the whole team for UFC, because the people helped me to put in my legacy up. But something happened when Lorenzo comes out. The companies change. It's not the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
When WME, you're saying when WME took over and Lorenzo.
Yeah. And I don't feel I'm in a home anymore. When Lorenzo comes out, I don't feel this is my home.
Yeah.
This is not my home anymore.
Gotcha.
And I don't know why, but the UFC is a huge name. It's a very strong brand, but UFC is nothing when you don't have you, me, or the fighters.
Yeah.
That's the people control UFC don't realize.
Yeah.
And that's the people talking about. The fighters is not happy. The fights talking a lot of shit about UFC because the sport us for everybody is very tough. It's not normal sport.
Yeah.
It's not boxing.
No.
It's not jiu-jitsu. It's not wrestling. It's not. It's tough.
Yeah.
You need to prepare your whole body for everything. And me and you and the older fighters make a lot of successful in UFC and gives UFC a lot of power.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
imagine how many people continue watching today the fight you do with me and you. The people continue watching,
I know.
and this you see continue make money. Why don't respect the fighters? You know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't have nothing bad for talking about UFC, but I think UFC need to change the mind because the words change, you
Yeah.
know. And when I saw the Dana talking about, oh, I pay a lot of money for this, for that, for that, but it's not true, you know, because when you're doing something inside a cage, you're doing something for the rest of the world. And the image the UFC cross over the world. You know, every single person in the world knows that. You know, I'm filming China, and everybody when I walk in China, the people, hey, Anderson Silva, and stop take picture with me. Say, okay, UFC give me that because it's a huge brand, but why don't pay me correctly?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, of course I make a lot of money with UFC, but is not compared how much I make
Like,
for UFC, you know,
yes.
and
Yes.
that's that's don't have balance.
Yeah.
Why UFC don't stay in the same law for the Muhammad Ali uh, uh,
Act.
uh,
Yeah.
that you know that's come strange. That's come, you know, why you don't put in everything in the table
Yeah.
and clean everything for people stop talking because it's too much power
Yeah.
in a don't have the older events, the MMA events don't have the same power UFC has
Yeah.
because UFC is a huge brand.
Yeah.
Lorenzo and Dana and the team that you see working hard and make the good brand.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But the respect is more important because you make money because the fighters give the life inside the cage. You know, when I training for fight, I'm prepared for everything. You know, and you never know. You go broke your hands, you go broke your face, your leg, but you need to stay prepared for that. And you don't make money for rest of your life
Yeah. There's
when
no
you go
retirement
inside the
plan.
cage. It's not a retirement
Yeah.
plan. You know, who's pay everything for you right now? You know, the doctor's okay because you have the contract and you have a contract for that. But what is the rest of your life? What is about the school for your kids? You know, and I'm talking to my kids and talk to my friend right now. So I'm lucky because I'm not spend money and I hold my money for my future.
Good.
But what happened to the new guys broke the leg the same? You see what happened with Jacare? He's broke the arm
Oh my God. Oh
in
my God. The,
the
the
same
week
moment.
after, the week after, I'm like, I can't look
Yeah,
at this anymore.
yeah, in the same moment, Dana just kicked kicked the guys out. That's not make sense. That's not respect.
Yeah.
I understand that it's a business, but for me, it's a completely disrespect. You know, because when I start the sport, is about respect in law for martial arts. You know, and the guys don't have this. The new generation don't have this, and Dana don't have this.
Yeah.
And that's the people. A lot of people talking about UFC, and I think Dana is come to using the brand, the UFC brand for the for the shield, you know, for protect yourself because it's too much ego. But you know, I'm not anymore in UFC. I'm free. I just try to do my best when I love. You know, I love fight. This is my heart give me, and God give me the power for continue. That's I accept the challenge for fight boxing and maybe I fight jiu-jitsu. I don't know, and kickboxing. I don't know, but right now I continue to do my best in the whole thing, you know, because I love the sport. I love fight sport.
Yeah.
I love combat sport.
Yep.
And yeah, you see stuff, bro. And I can't say something bad because everything I talk to you right now is everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. And it's not because I'm not respecting C, because I don't have uh uh um
A contract with them.
no, it's because this is the truth. And a lot of people don't talking about that. The fighters don't talk about that because it's scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's why I
I'm
haven't said.
not.
That's why I haven't said a thing yet. I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm still on the roster.
yeah. Don't worry, I know that. But that's the problem with me and Dana, because I never stay quiet.
Yeah.
Everything come on, why?
Yeah.
Why? It's not make sense. But it's fine. I think UFC is a huge brand, but I think the new generation for the sport, I need to wake up for that,
Yeah.
because the new generation don't realize this is the problem inside the sport. Nothing's changed,
Yeah.
because when you start training for fight, you lost everything. You training hard, you hurt yourself in training, everything. And sometimes you fight um, with injury,
Oh yeah.
and the people never know,
Mm. Mm.
because it's two things. One, because us I need fight. Second one, because it's passion and love.
Mhm.
I remember when I fight with Chael, I broke my ribs and I say, what, I go fight. I remember when John Jones come out the fight, and I have a blood barrel surgery
What
in
kind? What
home,
kind of
and I say
surgery? I'm sorry.
the gallbladder.
Oh man. Jeez.
And I say, and the 1 week for the fight, I say, what, I fight. I go help UFC, because one day when I talk to Lorenzo look at me and sit down on the table and he talk to me and say, listen, this is the family company. You part of the family. And I say, yeah, I'm part of the family. Don't worry. Everything I can do for make successful and help the company, I go do it. And that, I take the responsibility. And I call John Jones and say, John, what do you think? I can take this fight? And John Jones say, yeah, just do it. Do it. Don't worry. And I say, okay, because I don't like to disrespect, because John Jones for me is my brother. And I feel the moment it happened to John, I feel sad. And I took the fight, but I asked him permission from John Jones for this fight. Nobody knows that,
Wow.
but I asked him John
Wait, this
Jones
is the
to take
permission
the
to fight who again?
for fight with Daniel
With
Cormier.
Cormier. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't train you for this fight. I just call my coach and say, I go fight. And the coach say, when? Saturday. And everybody say, what? You crazy? Yeah, I'm a little crazy. But
Yeah.
I needed that for feeling how my heart, my fighting heart, and my mind stay inside the sport.
Mm.
And I do that because I feel prepared for continue do my job. That's a continue fight, because when I take this fight, I say, what? I go do my best. I don't care what happened inside, but
And you look great in that fight. I thought you looked great. I think you hurt him in the third. Is it the third round? You hit him with the liver kick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm that's the one thing I help in Sage UFC. I Sage UFC in Brazil too, in the different times. But that's because I feel when Lorenzo come to me and say, this is the family company, you part of the family, that's I feel I need to do my best and stay ready for help my family,
Yeah.
But everything's changed, everything's changed. And UFC is a huge sport, is very interesting company, and MMA is a huge sport, it's the best sport. But the company, UFC company, is the huge brand.
Yeah.
Is the amazing brand. And then I need to realize this happened because the fighters give the life inside the cage.
Yeah.
For make UFC successful.
Yep.
You know,
there's no question. And I think even what's going on right now is, if you like it or not, the Jake Paul, the Logan Paul stuff, they're making so much money. And you just wonder how is it possible that you're making, 20, 30, 40, $100 million, on pay-per-views that are similar to the ones that we've had in the UFC. And it just makes you think, like, what the hell is going on? And then you look at all these boxers and UFC fighters that have been training for years and years and years and have had tons of surgeries and ups and downs.
Yeah.
And they got to sit on the sideline and watch these guys who never really put any time into this, put their body through anything, just learning the sport. And they're making way more money than we could ever even imagine. Yeah,
I agree that the boxing is a different sport. It's very traditional sport in the world. It's Olympic sport. And the promote for boxing fight is completely different. It's not one promote, one manage.
Yeah.
In the UFC, you have the one promote, one manage. Yeah. Because you have a contract with UFC.
Yeah.
You can do anything. You can say nothing because you signed the contract.
Yeah.
It's different. In boxing, it's a different promote come to talk to the fighters, and the promoters fight for make the fight.
Yeah.
It's not the one person control everything.
Yeah.
And that's not make sense for me. And it's tough. It's tough.
So going into, I guess, boxing, you have a boxing fight coming up, Julio Chavez Jr., June 19th. So, like, how's that whole thing been with negotiations and dealing with, the different promoters, and then now, train for a boxing fight?
Well, I trained box for many years. Chris, I fight amateur, I fight professional in Brazil. Of course,
trust me, I watched all your stuff over the years. Yeah. I know. I seen all your sparring videos, all your boxing fights. It's
not the same level, of course, but I like to challenge myself. I'm training hard with my coach here and my son Gabriel and my team, Little Nico and Eliezer is the guys help me to inspiring, and I feel I'm prepared for that, for challenge myself.
Yeah.
Because the secret for successful is not you putting money in the front. You love something, do your best because the results coming.
Exactly.
And
that's great. Yeah.
I remember I'm in Brazil for vacation because I'm not visit my parents for 6-7 years. And I go to Brazil and stay in Brazil with my family. And the people call me, "Oh, you're interested in fight boxing?" I say, "Yes." When? With Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in 6 months. I say, "Yes, I'm ready for that. I like that."
Awesome.
And the guys say, "Okay, I call you in 3 days." I say, "Okay, all right." And I never stop training. I train every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I call my coach and say, "Oh, maybe I fight boxing with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. What do you think, guys?" And my coach say, "You don't stop training, huh?" He said, "No, let's do it." And when the people come again, I say, "Let's go. I'm ready for that." And I start my camp training for fight. And I start to talk to promoters. And ICM is my agents work with the promoters for make the fight.
That's awesome.
And that's
so they actually talk to they actually talk to your management and they work out a deal.
Is a very good because the ICM is represent me in the entertainment world. And
which company? I'm sorry.
Is ICM.
ICM. Okay.
Yes, and ICM gives the whole support and take the situation. Because inside the ICM, you have the department for sport department. And the guys start talk with the promoters and make the good things for I'm training, I'm prepared, I'm stay happy. And it's completely different, Chris. Trust me, it's completely different. And I'm feel for many, many years, I do something for the sport, but I don't feel respect for me and my team and for the other fights.
Yeah.
But when I come to fight boxing and when I see something different, I say, why? My sport is huge. Why don't have the same respect? Why don't have the same respect for the fighters, for the the team, the fighters, you know? And the boxing is completely different. It's tough too. They have a good and bad persons too.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I think it's a great time to be a free agent right now for you. I mean,
Yeah.
for you to be able to, you're going to, you know, I'm sure you're going to do great in this fight. And then I think that the opportunities for you are just endless, you know, to make some serious good money,
because
you know?
right now, Chris, everything is new. And, you know, you see the YouTubers make a lot of money. It's never putting the gloves in their hands and go inside the cage and doing your best.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. For us, it's not about money. It's about the challenge of fight.
Oh, yeah.
And imagine you do that and make money. You love something.
Yeah.
You love fight.
Yeah.
It's not because you need to become famous.
Yeah.
No, it's because you love.
Yeah.
And you make the real money for that.
That's,
you know,
it's a blessing. It's a dream come true. Do you get anything better than that? You love what you're doing and you're getting paid the right way for it. I mean,
yeah,
it's amazing. I'm happy for you because I just know right now, I think you're going to be taken care of the right way moving forward. And you deserve it, man.
Yeah. I just try to enjoy the whole moment. You know, I train every day and I try to enjoy because the life is too short. Everything is happening fast.
I know.
When you see, oh my God, this is happening, you know, and I try to do everything, you know, everything I can do, I do right now. You know, I put in my heart, I put in my love.
And you're doing it with your son, Gabriel? He's working with you?
Yeah, he's worked with me every day.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy. I'm lucky because I have the good team and I have my son inside the team and they help me in training together. I feel my son learned a lot. I learned a lot with my son and everybody working hard, you know.
Yeah.
And I stay with my coach for long years. You know, Coach Dora stayed with me in my entire career. And Coach Nico start work with me right now, you know. And everybody is very good person. Is a different vibe, you know. It's a different vibe.
Awesome.
You know?
Good for you. So I think, I mean, a couple of fights before I fought you, I started sparring professional boxers, you know, to get my hands, you know, ready. And I would just do boxing with them inside a ring. And when they came over, they would be on one side of the gym. I'm on the other. They got their team. It's my team. It's like we're fighting, you know, they're being paid by the round. It's way different than MMA, you know, sparring. Yeah. And it's very serious. And they spar usually like 3 times a week, you know, a lot of times traditionally, which MMA guys now have slowly stopped sparring as much. Some guys don't spar at all. Some guys do maybe once or twice a week. But I'm curious as far as you're going, like, are you sparring the traditional way with like as a boxer, like 3 times a week?
Yes.
How are you handling that?
I just train with professional boxers and I'm good because I just feel when the guys hit me and say, whoa, I can stop in here. I can stay there. I can using that, you know, because it's different. And everything is memory, you know, and I start work, I start learn and change everything. It's good.
Are you doing, is it like how many days a week are you sparring? And is it hard every time?
3 days a week.
3?
Yeah.
And how about when you were doing MMA? What were you doing as far as sparring?
4 days a week.
You were doing 4 days a week? Hard?
Yes.
Every time?
It's sparring and light sparring and sparring. Sparring, light sparring, sparring. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know how many people know that about you because, you know, you hear different fighters, they come out and they say, oh, now I'm done sparring. You know, it's not worth getting hit in the head. You know, you want to save it for the fight. But I grew up doing the same. I started off doing the same thing you're doing, you know, 3 days a week. And then I started having injuries and I'm like, maybe I cut this down a little bit and not have to, you know, hurt myself. But then my timing's off. I don't feel as good. So I think you're right. I think no matter what, you got to spar. And I love sparring. You know, the nerve, you get nervous energy. At least I do every time I'm about to spar, because you want to do good. You don't want to like, get tired and give up. You want to learn and just keep pushing through, getting better and better. So I think sparring is so important.
Yeah, it's very important. You
Yeah.
know,
No, I
I think
agree.
the sparring is more difficult in the fight, because the fight you know everything, and the sparring you never know. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because sometimes in sparring you have a 3 or 4 different sparring. You
Yeah.
you come to the one round, come the different guy, and different guy come, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's tough.
And they're coming at you. It's nerve wracking, and it's easy just to be like, oh, there's all these different guys, so I could lose this round. But then it's the mental battle. No, I'm not losing this round. I'm just going to keep trying my best.
Yeah.
And that's what makes great fighters, just always trying to be your best in the room, gives you a higher percentage chance of winning in the actual fight. So you're fighting in Mexico, and I think you're in Mexico now. When did you get to Mexico? And like, is there anything you have to do to prepare to fight there? Like elevation, is there
I think
elevation and
6
stuff?
days ago, I come to Mexico. I'm here to take the training here and adaptation my body for the elevation. It's very good.
There is elevation.
Yes.
Do you know how much elevation there is?
It's a lot. How much? 4,200.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I think that's gonna. Yeah. You got to make sure you get out there early and start working. So good stuff.
Yeah.
I remember Cain Velasquez when he fought in New Mexico City, and I think that's like 12,000 feet up. And he was known for having so much cardio. Like his cardio was so good. And then he was fighting Verdum. Verdum went out to Mexico, and he was there for his whole camp. And people were like, all right, he better do everything he can, because he's got to deal with Cain's, his pressure and his cardio. And Cain just thought, no matter what, I don't care what the air's like out there. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to crush this guy. And then I think what happened, as soon as he got in that octagon, he realized pretty quickly he was gassed. It didn't matter. It's just biological. It doesn't matter how tough you are. And Verdum looked great.
Absolutely. I think it's important to respect the whole thing in the sport, and you need to come early for adaptation in your body. Just do it, don't do nothing stupid, especially because this combat sport is tough. Everything is possible. And that's I talk to my students and my son too. Everything the whole time. That's the burden I using for the team. Everything is happening whole time.
I like it.
And
I
you
like
need
that.
to prepare for that.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. Have you ever tried the Hypoxico tents? You ever sleep in one of the tents, the high elevation tents?
One time. It's very good. I feel much better.
Oh yeah. Did you try that? Like you had it in your house and you were sleeping in it, like in the bed?
My friend is a physiotherapy.
Okay.
And I use it in the gym.
Yeah, because Wonder Boy, Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're really close, and he sleeps in the tent. He sleeps in the high elevation tent every single night, all throughout the year. It's very hard to get used to, but so that's why he does it the whole time, not just during camp. And he gets it up to like 10,000 feet above sea level. And he feels it really helps his cardio no matter where he fights, because the red blood cells start being, developed, and then you got more red blood cells. And
it's very important. Everything is possible. You're doing you make something better for your body, for your performance. Just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you having me. I'm used to saying I appreciate you having me on, because I'm the one usually going on people's shows and stuff. This is my first time. I'm going to say, well, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Enjoy your show.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
I'm praying for you back to fight very soon.
Thank you. And I honestly, I'm going to be reaching out to you, just asking for advice. I'm sure there's different milestones that I'm going to try to, accomplish, and any advice with any setbacks I have, you're my guy at this point. So I really appreciate you being open and willing to help me through my tough time, because obviously, what it was like, you're a good man, Anderson. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, brother. Yeah. Say hi for your family. God bless you.
Same to you. God bless. Take care.
Bye.